Today we're going to try the new SuperSONIC Double Stack Cheeseburger. I had to practice that name. SuperSONIC Double Stack Cheeseburger, which Sonic has been advertising for a couple days now. I'm a little late, but they've been advertising a couple days. I've actually seen some of the ads. They're calling it a diner-style burger, and what you have here on top, it's just, you got mustard and pickles, and I think there's supposed to be mayo, but there's not much mayo. That's fine. But what's really important is that between the two patties here is where the gold is, and that is the cheese. We have a cheddar cheese sauce mixed with grated cheddar cheese and then grilled onions. So that's perfect for me. If you've watched this channel before, you know I don't really like pickles, but I get the things the way they come because I want to kind of review them the way they are. And if you like pickles, they're definitely on here, and I'm gonna give it a bite with the pickles just to give it a chance. But that's pretty much the burger on the bottom. There's absolutely nothing. So, well, it looks like some cheese kind of leaked out, but otherwise there really isn't anything there. So let's give this thing a bite. It's very meaty, I'll give it that. I just spilled an onion on myself. But it was $6.59, so pricey burger. I generally like Sonic's burgers, but a little bit expensive. Let's give it a shot with the pickle. Well, I've eaten most of the burger now. I have a couple opinions, but I'll say this. If you're somebody who gets burgers at Sonic, I don't think this really tops just a regular SuperSONIC Double burger or a bacon SuperSONIC Double, which is going to be the same patties. I honestly think that the traditional burger composition works better than this. And the reason really comes down to the actual cheddar cheese sauce that they're using. I'm not sure if they've used it before. I don't know if it's like a new cheddar cheese sauce that they just got from some supplier or something. I don't know. I'm not a businessman. The only cheddar cheese I know, or the only cheese dip like that, nacho cheese, not nacho cheese, but cheese sauce that I know that they have is when you buy a pretzel, you get a little cup of cheese sauce, but I'm pretty sure that's not this. This is something new, and it's very, very bland. That's my real problem with this burger, and not necessarily a problem, because I still think it's decent, but it's just that. It's decent. It's on the level. It's good, but not great, not fantastic, not anything special. I feel like the cheese sauce is where it's supposed to be. The cheese sauce with the grilled onions, like that to me sounds great. That's what I want. But when I bit into it, it's just not there. The cheese sauce is very, very bland. It doesn't really have any kind of unique taste to it. It just kind of mixes with the other cheddar cheese that they sprinkle on, and there's no difference. Even texture-wise, it doesn't really make that much of a difference because, you know, the burger has mustard and mayo on it. Maybe a bit too much mustard in my opinion, and probably could have used more mayo, but the ratios aren't that bad. It's not something to really complain about. But it's already got sauces on it, so the cheddar cheese sauce doesn't really add anything in that respect either. It's just kind of there. And that's really kind of like the feature of the burger is the cheddar cheese sauce. And it doesn't really do much at all to me. Now, interestingly enough, on a personal note, I actually kind of liked the pickles on this, and you know, I'm not really a pickle guy. Like, I understand why they're there. I've heard this many times from other people, like watching cooking shows and stuff. You know, they want the pickle there to kind of add a little acidity to what you're eating, to kind of cut away from the one-note flavor of a burger, because a burger is very fatty, and the flavor can become kind of, you know, monotonous after a while, and a pickle really helps in that respect to kind of cut into it with that kind of acidic flavor. And it did work here for me more than I expected. Now, that could possibly be just because, you know, taste buds change over time, and maybe I'm just starting to kind of like it a little bit more. But they really did work in this respect, because without the pickles, the flavor is super one note, because there's no vegetables, there's no lettuce, there's no tomato, there's no raw onion. There's grilled onions, but there's no raw onion. There's nothing to really cut into the kind of fatty flavor of just burger and cheese. You know, cheese and meat. It's kind of the way I generally like things, is just cheese and meat, but even I can get tired of it pretty fast. And in this case, the pickles did really help with that. So I'll give them that. The pickles are a good choice. I'm not really sure what else they could necessarily do to this burger to change it, besides get a better cheddar cheese sauce, or maybe put more cheddar cheese sauce on it. It does feel kind of weird that there's sauce there, that the cheese is in between the two patties, but there's nothing on either side. No cheese on either side as well. It seems like the composition is a little bit off, and composition can be a big thing when it comes to burgers, but I don't think it's necessarily the problem here. I really think it is the cheese sauce, that they just need to up their game on the cheese sauce because it's just not there. So this is, you know, it's a decent burger if you want to try it, but honestly, if you're going to Sonic to get a burger, I would probably just get the regular double burger, the SuperSONIC Double Burger, which is the big one, with the lettuce and tomato and whatever else you want on it, or the bacon one. That one's a good choice too, because this is just not really that special, despite being a new release kind of limited item. So I honestly already just forgot the name. Let me try to look at this receipt real fast. The SuperSONIC Double Stack, I think it's the SuperSONIC Double Stack Cheeseburger, which I paid $6.59 for. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I was about to give it a 4 because I do think that it's still decent, but I want to be a little more harsh on it because I love Sonic and I know that they can do more interesting things, and this burger is not, I wouldn't put it above average. So a 3 out of 5 is a good fitting score. And with that, I will see you all next time.